Bro, why don't you talk about yourself? Literally, you would make more views, I'm telling you, I'm talking to you, my own mom. You would make more views just telling the truth on yourself, just telling your life story. I guarantee you people will be more interested in you talking about your life than you trying to down your son that actually made something of himself without your help. I can't even give my grandma the credit. I barely saw my grandma. My grandma was never around. She was at the hotel, Holiday Inn, where she worked at, or she was at the Majestic Star Casino, where she gambled at. But being in our lives and being a part of it, there was no activities. You know what I'm so tired of saying? I'm so tired of telling people, no, I ain't get to play sports because my grandma she wasn't letting me do that. No, I wasn't allowed to play sports because my grandma claimed she couldn't afford for the physical to be paid. She didn't have enough time to take me to get the physical, and she definitely wasn't taking and bringing me from practice. I wasn't allowed to do what most kids dream of doing, which is just playing sports, because I didn't have a family that thought that it was important enough for me to do those things. I just was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna stay at home. I'm gonna do what my great grandma tell me to do, because it was always something to do. Vacuum the floor with your bare hands. Yes, ma'am. Breath. The reason why I'm making this video is because when I started talking about it out loud, I almost cried. And then I was just like, you know what? If this is how I really feel, then I need to just say something, because I just don't think that it's healthy for you as a person to let things eat away at you. And the person that I'm about to make this video about, she even specifically said that once upon a time, she said she wasn't gonna say nothing about me or do no more videos about me, but eventually she realized she had a lot more on her chest she wanted to get out. I understand that. I definitely do. I feel like that's how it always is. When you get into an argument with somebody or a disagreement, you feel like you said everything that needed to be said, but then down the road, you keep thinking about all the things you didn't say, and then it's like, oh, I should have said it. So, we ready for the video, man. The tea is boiling. My mom, my biological mom, man, the person that gave birth to me, that was supposed to nurture me and take care of me, raise me to be the son she wanted me to be. As you guys already know, this story is not new, it's old. It's been told a million times before, and I'm gonna keep telling it, I guess, if I have to, but there's a lot of people that are new to my life, and when I say to my life, I mean you. But I didn't choose that route. My mom and dad chose that route. They left me behind. And for those of you that don't know, no, it didn't just happen very smoothly. I didn't end up in my grandmother's house. It wasn't like that. I went straight to foster care, and it was hell to pay. I will never forget the many things I had to go through just being in foster care. It's not her fault that I ended up in foster care in the hands of some random people that didn't care about me, but they were getting a check. It's not her fault. Somehow, I don't know how, but I do remember it happening. The government allowed my grandmother to step in and adopt us, and she got all 5 of us. So now it's my big sister Shayna, me, my little brother Kenneth, my little sister Mimi, and my youngest brother Jinx. All 5 of us, and we all of a sudden ended up in the same household. To an extent, we didn't know each other. We thought this was just another foster situation where now we're just grouped up with a bunch of random kids, and eventually they started to tell us the story and, you know, let us know, hey, you guys are our brothers and sisters, this is what happened. I more specifically remember my great grandmother being the most truthful person that I had ever met. I mean, she was brutally honest. You can comprehend that. It basically means that she didn't care about our feelings. She just wanted us to know the truth, whether it hurt us or not. I don't believe that she intentionally wanted to hurt us most of the time, but I do know that she kept it real. Say if somebody did something she didn't agree with in her house, because it was her house. Most definitely, you gotta respect her. It's her house, right? She's older, it's her great-grandmother. She earned the right to have her house. Somebody does something in the house she doesn't agree with, she automatically targeted all of us with the, I should have let y'all stay in foster care, and I knew I shouldn't have adopted y'all, and I knew I shouldn't have moved y'all in my house, and y'all this, and y'all that. I shouldn't be talking like this, but for the most part, we grew up, all of our names was nigga or nigger. Like, I'm not even making that up. And I'm not even gonna sit here and cry about it, but that's how I was raised, all right? So my great-grandmother was probably an inch away from being in slavery when she was born, which was 10 years. And unlike my mom, I sent for my kid. I brought her out here with me. I even sent for her mom. I brought them all out here with me. I didn't want to take the same steps that my mom and father took. Notice I'm not really talking about my dad's, because I don't really have any information on him. He died in jail, you know, I don't know what his life would have been like if he didn't. I don't know if he would have came back into my life. Actually, the one story I have with my dad, we were at my grandma's house, and he came secretly and he tossed a pack of hot dogs at the back door. And my great-grandma's house so damn old, the back door, it was made out of iron, metal. So when you freaking hit it with anything, it's real loud. So we all in the house and we just hit it, bah, real loud, right? We scared as hell, what the hell? My grandma say, sit right here, sit right here. She go outside, she check it. It's a note with a pack of hot dogs from my dad. That's the only thing I remember about him, really. So I'm like, he kind of gives me that impression that he probably would have done better if he could. That's what I got from that, because I don't remember my mom throwing hot dogs at us. I just don't remember that. It never happened. Here we are, we have a man that died in prison that at least threw a pack of hot dogs at us. And then we have a woman that was in and out of prison, living in Las Vegas. She was rich apparently, and went back to jail, got out of jail, and moved to Michigan. It was just like, her story is different. Like, when did you come back and do something? My mom ran away and she started doing all kinds of stuff. She has 5 kids and eventually they break up. And eventually my dad dies. And then she meets this other guy named Ricky, right? That's actually when I met my mom again. I was still a teenager. My mom, I don't know what happened. It must have hit a rough patch because she came back home. I don't even want to sit here and throw rocks and have my hand. I'm saying bad things about someone who I should love most dearly. I understand that. I appreciate all of you in the comments saying, don't talk about your mom like that, but you gotta understand, I'm not talking about my mom, I'm explaining the situation. My mom, she ends up with this guy named Ricky, and they come back to my grandma's house. And before they get to stealing all of the stuff and pawning it for drugs and all that, I was interested in learning about her because she was beautiful to me. I'm looking at her like, oh my God, she looks so good, and she's so skinny, and she's not fat, and she's not most kids dream of doing, which is just playing sports, because I didn't have a family that thought that it was important enough for me to do those things. I just was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna stay at home. I'm gonna do what my great grandma tell me to do, because it was always something to do. Vacuum the floor with your bare hands. Yes, ma'am. That's how you do it right here. You just rub the carpet, you get a whole bunch of dust and lint and all kind of stuff you didn't know existed, right? That's majority of my days right there. Vacuuming the carpet with my hand, dusting the living room, which all these things I'm grateful for. These are all techniques that my great grandmother taught me that I still use to this day. I still know how to clean the carpet if the vacuum ain't working. I still know how to wash the dishes and clean the counters. All of those things, they help me, right? But they didn't help me get farther in life. They're just things that everybody knows how to do and has to do eventually. More importantly, my mom has never been the person that's made all the right decisions. She ran away at 16, that was a bad move. She got addicted to drugs, that was a bad move. She involved in money laundering, whatever, some fake money scam ring, that wasn't a smart move. She was in and out of prison, that wasn't smart. She robbed her parents, her grandma, that wasn't smart. And now today she disses